Hello everybody, David here from OffRoadWheelchairing, and I just wanted to show everyone my ESEE 6. This is my actual knife that I use when I go out hiking, camping, and doing any kind of bushcrafting at camp. It's a medium to large size fixed blade, and it, just like I said, I use it for camping and bushcraft, but it can be used for military self-defense and any kind of survival scenarios. I use it more or less for chopping and batoning, and I pair it up with a Sawviver and a smaller knife, such as like the ESEE or a Mora knife for any kind of smaller woodwork at camp. I use a Sawviver to saw down limbs, and I actually take out the ESEE 6 to help with batoning and chopping. That kind of pairing right there just makes whatever scenario you're in, building your fire for camp or while hiking or what have you, makes everything so much easier. It is a fixed blade, and the overall length of this blade from here to here is 11.75 inches. The blade length from here to here is 6.5 inches. The actual cutting edge is 5.75 inches. The blade width is 1.56 inches. And the blade thickness, and I'll actually show it to you right here, is 0.188 inches thick. It makes great thickness for chopping and batoning. The overall weight of this knife is actual 11.8 ounces, and it is a plain edged knife with a drop point style, and it actually has a full flat grind. The jimping on the knife is fantastic. It allows you to get a good grip on the knife, and it is very, very, very good. It does have a finger choil. It allows you to choke up on the knife, and also helps with your when batoning. It is made in the USA, and it does have a 1095. It is made out of 1095 carbon steel. ESEE does serial their knives, and that is our serial number here. And really, 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 really fantastic knife. It is designed by Rowan Knives, and Rowan was formerly known through Rat Cutlery. This design itself was actually known as the Rat RC6. But it's now known as the ESEE 6 through Randall's Adventures training. It does have a rounded pommel with a lanyard hold, and I've actually put a little bit of 550 cord on here to put around my wrist while chopping, batoning, just for safety purposes. It does have micarta handles, and these micarta handles are really, really great to grip. It feels like even when wet, you've got a really good grip with it. And what I've noticed, the only downside to it all is that if you have moisture on your hands, they do tend to soak up into the handle. What I've done here is I've actually sprayed a little bit of WD-40 just to get some color into the handles, and it actually turned the handles a little black, which is really good. Helps hide the discoloration. But besides that, it did not affect any of the grip or anything like that. Still got a really good grip on there. It is a full tang, and it's great for batoning. And just like we said, the micarta handles are actually removable. So if you had to clean them, you can actually remove them and soak them down and get them really cleaned. Overall, what I found with this knife, it's super strong. It does the job really well, and it helps out with camp chores. It makes starting your fire and gathering your wood so much easier. I've used other knives, and some of the knives that I've used, the actual blade lengths were an issue, and that's why this full 6.5 inch blade works so well for batoning and what have you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a quick video of me chopping maybe a little batoning here and there. And then we're going to come back and show you exactly how the knives stood up, and show you both my knife and Jason's knife. So hang tight. All right, now let's see what this ESEE6 is going to do on an actual tree. We chose this tree because it's down, not touching the ground, so it should be pretty dry, but it's dead. It's not, doesn't have any life to it, so it's okay to chop it down. So let's see what this ESEE can actually, how it actually performs when it chops. I'm not the strongest guy in the world, but let's see what it does. I've got a lanyard on also, which is important to have when you're doing stuff like this. Wouldn't want to hurt yourself or someone else like the camera guy. Right, Jay?
That's right.
So the ESEE performs real well chopping. I mean, again, I'm not the strongest guy in the world, but it works for a guy in a wheelchair. And now what we're going to do is we're going to test out and see how the actual knife performs when batoning wood. So let's give that a shot.
That was really hard. It's good wood. Right through that knot.
Alright, I just wanted to show a side-by-side comparison of my knife as compared to Jason's knife. Jason used his a lot more on this trip for all of our heavy batoning, and I've cleaned mine up since, but you can see the finish on his, how it's been beat up, and you can also see his micarta handles, how they show the any kind of moisture in the handles. This actually is kind of interesting because before we went out, he sprayed WD-40 on his and on his handles also, and you could see how the WD-40 kind of faded away, and you could see kind of more of the grayish micarta handles. Overall, I mean, this knife performed so well. The blade itself held up very, very well, and it's still very, very sharp. Even with all that batoning, it still has done a great job with maintaining an edge. Let's see if I can show you all. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. So, great knives. We totally appreciate these knives and appreciate what Rowan's done with these with this design. That's why I went ahead and bought the ESEE4, which I've shown before. Great knife in itself, and you can see how the WD-40 is kind of fading off of that as well. Overall, just fantastic sets of knives that ESEE puts out. Also wanted to show the sheath. This is the sheath that it comes with, the ESEE6. It also comes with this little belt clip that you can attach to the plastic sheath. Very good sheath. Locks into the blade itself very well, and just holds up really well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Try to make it as quick as I could, but I just wanted to show everybody the kind of tools that we use when we go out. Alright everybody, hope you enjoyed, and be safe and have a great one.